NFL trade deadline has come and gone, and boy, do we have some exciting moves that happened. What is going on, y'all? 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL here to break down some of the trades that happened during the NFL trade deadline. One in particular, you guys, of course, see the title, Demaryuis Thomas gets shipped out of Denver, and he is on his way now to the Houston Texans. So breaking down this trade for you guys, talking about who won, who lost this trade, who it benefits, and why it was made. With that being said, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome, and make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. I talk a lot of NFL content on this channel, so if you enjoyed, I would appreciate it if you also drop a like as well. With that being said, we're just going to go ahead and get started. So let's talk about the official terms of the trade. First, we've got Demaryuis Thomas, of course, and a 7th round pick going to the Houston Texans for a 4th round and a 7th round pick going to the Denver Broncos. So let's talk about the Denver side first, why they made this trade. Now, they've been actually looking to shop DT for quite a while now. They want to give Courtland Sutton, their young receiver, some more playing time. They want to bank him, really the de facto number 1, if you will. I know Emmanuel Sanders is still there, but he's more of a slot guy. They think Courtland Sutton has some real potential, and he was not getting as much playing time with Demaryuis Thomas there. So that's reason number 1. And reason number 2, they just did not want to keep Demaryuis Thomas for a while because this team knows it is now in rebuild mode, and they see the season and they see that in their division, the Kansas City Chiefs are clearly going to win it, so might as well try and rebuild. We know Case Keenum is not the long-term answer, so you don't want to keep veterans around that you don't believe are part of the future, and Demaryuis Thomas certainly was not. But for the most part, it was about getting Courtland Sutton more playing time to see him, check him out, see how he is, see if he really has the potential that the Broncos believe he does. So they were able to get a 4th round pick for him and a 7th round pick for him, which is not bad. Amari Cooper was traded for a 1st round pick. You really can't expect that because I don't think anybody else expected, Dallas to give up a 1st round pick or anybody to give up a 1st round pick for Amari Cooper. But for Demaryuis Thomas, I think the Broncos did the right thing, and I think they got a solid return. Let's real quickly talk about the Texans side of things here. And we talk about the fact that they just lost Will Fuller for the season with the torn ACL. That is why they made this move, because they needed another receiver opposite DeAndre Hopkins, and I love it. I love this move more for the Texans than I do for the Broncos, though it's a good trade for both teams, but I like it more for the Texans because this shows me they don't believe the season is over. Will Fuller is their 2nd best receiver, and him going down was a huge injury, and they did not want to keep that away from what they had going on. The Texans have caught fire. They're 5-3. I believe they've won their last 4 games, and they're not just now catching their stride. They can easily win their division, so they wanted to keep things going, and I love it. They only gave up a 4th round pick. Now, like I said, 1st round pick for Amari Cooper, that doesn't happen a lot. So I know they gave up a 4th round pick and a 7th round pick for Demaryuis Thomas. That's fine. They were still able to get a 7th round pick back in return. So essentially it was just a 4th. And you got to make these moves sometimes when you want to put your foot on the gas pedal and keep going. Because you know what? If you had just let things go as they were, I don't think the Texans would have been okay with just DeAndre Hopkins. They literally have no other receivers on the outside. Kiki QT is nice, but he's a slot guy. Ryan Griffin at tight end. Really, you need to give Deshaun Watson more weapons. And Demaryuis Thomas, as much as I think he's a little past his hill, I think he can still contribute. And I think opposite of DeAndre Hopkins, he's a perfect number 2. He's not a number 1 in this league anymore, which is why I love this trade, because he gets to be slotted in as a number 2 receiver. He's still somewhat of a big play threat, and it gives Deshaun Watson another weapon, which is what they needed. So overall, I love this trade for the Houston Texans, though it's a solid trade for both sides. So let me know what you guys think about it. Leave a comment down below if you guys agree with me or disagree with me. With that being said, as always, thanks for watching.